Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the season 48 cast and pool 2025. So this year we're going to be doing a little bit something different, at least this season. Instead of just picking every cast member randomly, we're going to pick every cast member by tribe. That way everybody gets at least one person per tribe. So we get started here. All right, so again, struggling here with my PowerPoints. All right, so we're going to start with Bree, then Jen, then Emily, then Gina, and JR. And the first tribe we are going to do is the Siva tribe. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. All right, so first pick for Bree is Charity Helms. Charity Helms went to ministry school and has a Ford Fiesta. She's currently a flight attendant and living in Florida. So Bree gets Charity Helms. Sorry, I gotta write it down. Or Jeremy Nelms. Sorry about that. All right, moving on to Jen. Jen gets David Kinney. Kin. I have no idea how to pronounce any of these names. David Kin. David Kin is our resident PBDB. He thinks he has it all and is going to win this game. I don't necessarily know if that's true, but he's from California. You'll notice that most of these people are from California. Moving on to Emily. Emily's going to get Chrissy Sarnowski. Chrissy Sarnowski. Chrissy loves helping people. She's a paramedic, a firefighter, and a nurse. She doesn't want to go back into the fire station if she gets voted out first. So Emily gets Chrissy. Moving on to Gina. Gina gets Kyle. Kyle Frazier. Kyle Frazier is an attorney. His intro on the CBS website was incredibly boring. So good luck with that, paying attention to him. So Gina gets Kyle. And finally, no, not finally, JR. JR gets Mitch Guerrera. Mitch Guerrera is a PE teacher. His whole intro was about his speech impediment and how he wants to overcome that and win the game. So JR gets Mitch Guerrera. All right, and then that just leaves Camilla. Can't even come close to pronouncing that last name for me. Carthagesiu. I get Camilla. Camilla doesn't need praise or her ego stroked. She's going to try to be under the radar and says that she's a strong woman. All right, that is the Siva tribe. So now we are going to move on to the Lagi tribe. And again, we are going to go up to Bree Hansey for this one. Bree gets Bianca Rose. Bianca Rose. Bianca is an Italian Catholic and proud to be from New Jersey. Bree gets Bianca. All right, moving on to Jen. Jen gets Joe Hunter. Joe Hunter, a fire captain, doesn't want to be considered a challenge beast, but is okay being a challenge monster. Said something about hiding under your bed. It's pretty creepy, to be honest. Joe Hunter for Jen. All right, moving on to Emily. Emily gets Eva Erickson. Eva Erickson. She's a PhD candidate from Providence, Rhode Island. I was secretly hoping that either I or Bree got her. She fell in love with Survivor after playing a Survivor drinking game in college, and she goes to college at Brown University. Smarty pants. Eva goes to Emily. All right, moving on to Gina. Gina gets Thomas Crottinger. Thomas Crottinger. He is a music executive. He hopes that he's a, quote, hoot and a half. Gina gets Thomas. All right. Moving on to JR. JR gets Star Toomey. Star is nuts. If you look at her intro, she is nuts. She used to be a semi-pro basketball player, and then she moved into sales once she got done with her basketball career. JR gets Star. And finally, I get, again, really struggling with some of these names here, Shahin Davari. He's a debate professor, says that he's Persian, loves his mom, and he's a poet. Actually recited a poem during his intro. So I get all right. Moving on to the last tribe, which is Vula. I'm going to say Vula. Hopefully that's pronounced correctly. All right, so Bree gets Mary Zen. Mary Zen. She's a substance abuse counselor. After college, she spent a year hitchhiking and backpacking. Says she's fearless and does her own thing. Bree gets Mary. And then on to Jen. Jen gets Kevin Leon. No relation that I know of Hoffman Leon, but Kevin Leon, he's a finance manager, plans to make a homemade hair product on Survivor and do his hair every morning. He wants everyone to think that he's a ditz for the entire season. Says he's a pretty smart guy. All right, moving on to Emily. I'm just going to say that this person's name is Cy, because Cy Hewley. Cy is a marketing professional. She was raised by her mom and grandmother, so she is a strong, independent woman from Philadelphia. Cy for Emily. All right, moving on to Gina. Gina gets Justin Piopi. Justin Piopi. Justin Piopi is a pizzeria manager from Winthrop, Massachusetts, from the Northeast. Had a pretty strange background. Went to Yale, almost went to college, almost went to law school, studied political science, then for some reason ended up being a pizza manager. That goes to Gina. And the final two, we got JR. JR gets Stephanie Berger. Stephanie Berger. She told her potential new boss recently during an interview that she'd need to take time off if she got onto Survivor. She almost didn't get hired, but she says that she just did 2 $100 billion deals right before she came onto Survivor. JR gets Stephanie. And finally, from luck of the draw for me, I get Cedric McFadden. Cedric McFadden. He is a surgeon, and not just any surgeon. He is a colon and rectal surgeon from South Carolina. All right, folks, that is it. I'll send these out via text message to give everybody what they are. Thank you for attending, and good luck on this season.